Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're doing a bit of jargon busting. We hear the terms generative AI, AI agents, and agentic AI thrown around constantly, but we're going to cut right through the buzzwords. We'll be using what I call the evolutionary escalator to see exactly how these systems scale up from basic pattern recognition to fully autonomous, goal-crushing systems. Let's step on.
So, here's our roadmap for today. 1. AI and Gen AI basics. 2. The limits of Gen AI. 3. Enter the AI agents. 4. Agentic AI, the system. And 5. The AI evolution summary.
All right, starting with Section 1, AI and Gen AI basics. Let's set our baseline right here on the ground floor. Look, basic artificial intelligence is already literally everywhere. It just refers to systems doing things that normally require human intelligence. You know, when your iPhone unlocks with Face ID, or Netflix magically knows exactly what show you want to binge next. Yeah, that's practical AI at work, quietly observing, finding patterns, and making decisions in the background.
Step it up a notch and we hit generative AI. Now, unlike basic AI that just recognizes things, Gen AI actually creates brand new stuff: text, images, audio, even code. The massive brains making all this possible are large language models, or LLMs, which have literally trained on vast oceans of internet data.
You definitely already know the heavy hitters here. If you've ever had a chatbot draft a polite email to your boss, or, let's be real, write a Python script for you, you've interacted with one of these. Whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, or Llama, these are essentially highly intelligent Q&A bots. You feed them a prompt, and they react. Simple as that.
Moving right along to Section 2, the limits of Gen AI. Because yeah, they definitely hit a complexity ceiling. Imagine asking a standard Gen AI model something super simple, like what is the exact price of gold today? A base model like GPT-4 will probably just throw its hands up or give you outdated news. Why? Because they are held back by a strict knowledge cutoff date. Unless it's specifically hooked up to search the web, it's completely blind to real-time data. So the major takeaway here is that Gen AI, out of the box, is purely reactive. You ask a question, it answers based on historical data, and boom, its job is completely done. The autonomy is incredibly low. You basically have to hold its hand step by step. And if you ask it to actually do something, like, hey, if gold drops below a certain price, buy 10 grams and email me the receipt, no way. It simply cannot execute external, multi-step actions on your behalf. Which brings us to Section 3. Enter the AI agents. Time to break through those limitations. This right here is the game changer. We're moving from a system that just talks to a system that acts. While Gen AI is reactive and stuck on content, AI agents are proactive problem solvers. They have high autonomy and, this is absolutely crucial, they get the keys to the castle. They can access external tools like web searches, financial APIs, or your company's databases. They don't just chat, they actually get things done independently.
Let's make this concrete with an e-commerce example, kind of like Amazon or Flipkart. Say you ask a customer support AI agent, "Where's my package?" It doesn't just guess, and it doesn't wait for you to prompt it again. It autonomously takes action. It pings the internal shipping database, locates your specific box, verifies the tracking, and then writes you a custom update. It planned out all those steps on its own to solve your problem.
To build this stuff, developers are using really cool frameworks like NN and OpenAI Codex. These tools allow the AI to hook into APIs and external software. Essentially, it gives the AI digital hands, so it can do real, actual work out there on the web.
All right, let's ride the escalator to the top. Section 4, Agentic AI, the system. This is the ultimate goal-focused architecture.
Think of it kind of like a tech team. You've got your specialized workers, right? A front-end engineer, maybe a DevOps engineer, each handling specific tasks. But someone has to run the whole show. In the AI world, AI agents are your specialized engineers, and Agentic AI, that's your project manager. It's the overarching architecture that coordinates multiple different agents to crush one massive, complex goal.
Imagine dropping this massive goal on a system. I have a budget of 5 lakhs. Help me invest in gold when the conditions are favorable. You're not asking a quick trivia question, and you're not tracking a package. This is a big, complex goal. It requires strategy, timing, and patience. An agentic AI system takes this goal and just breaks it down using multi-step reasoning. Zero human intervention needed. First, it spins up a market agent whose sole purpose is to watch live financial APIs like a hawk,
for price drops. Next, it taps a financial advisor agent to strategize, maybe deciding to only invest a chunk of that 5 lakhs at a time to mitigate risk. Finally, when the stars align, it signals the execution agent to securely buy the gold and shoot you a confirmation email. It is a completely collaborative, autonomous workflow. It's mind-blowing.
Building systems of this magnitude is absolutely bleeding edge. Developers are jumping into heavy-hitting frameworks like Microsoft AutoGen, Crew AI, Agno, and LangGraph. These environments actually let multiple AI agents literally talk to each other, argue about strategies, hand off tasks, and team up to get your overarching goal across the finish line.
And finally, Section 5, the AI Evolution Summary. Let's connect all the dots of complexity.
Looking at our whole evolutionary escalator, we kicked off at Step 1 with basic AI, giving systems human-like smarts for simple recognition. Step 2 gave us Gen AI, amazing at churning out content, but stuck in reactive mode. Step 3 smashed that ceiling with AI agents, giving us proactive, autonomous tools that actually act in the real world. And finally, Step 4 took us to Agentic AI, the ultimate project managers orchestrating entire teams of agents. With every single step, the autonomy and the sheer sophistication just goes through the roof.
We've evolved from bots that just answer our questions to complete systems that independently execute our biggest goals. So, as this tech gets increasingly woven into our everyday workflows, the only real question left is, what massive goal are you going to hand over to it next? Keep exploring, guys, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.